pull up the comment monitor here. Whoops, not that. Channel. Perfect. There we go. So, I'm under. First of all, in the video where I opened up the blue half circle advanced alarm clock, I didn't notice there was a backside to the note. The backside says she's now 33. I saved all her things, LOL. So, pretty cool. We're going to be looking at some display riser type stuff. If you don't know what a display riser is, well, a display riser is where you can, you have something on a shelf. There's lots of Tic Tacs. In fact, I even got some more Tic Tacs. Tic Tacs are very good. And then you essentially, you put some things behind so that then you have a multi-tiered display of stuff. Right, so I'm going to actually have one of these Tic Tacs really quickly. Vanilla and mint. So, I was going to have my friend 3D print some things, but I decided that, he can still 3D print the stands for my Big Box Odyssey 2 games back there, but I will just buy something that's a pre-made sort of a container that I can use as a sort of a display stand. And so what I figured on are these little pen plus gear boxes from Walmart. I was thinking I would need a double stack, but actually single stack is almost just high enough for the clocks. However, I'm not going to actually be using these for that, because when I was buying these, I realized that they probably already have something for this purpose, and they do. It's called a display riser. I don't have any of those. Those are pretty expensive. They're made of acrylic. They're kind of an upside down U shape, and they look pretty nice, but I wanted something that was cheaper and also not Amazon, because I am trying to avoid shopping on Amazon if I can. And so the reason that I have some of these though is because I figured these would be good for some of my Legos. They open up like that. They're pretty nice. The one downside to these, aside from maybe being just a little short, is it's not like a perfectly flat surface. So those are going for my Legos. What I did get though, which I actually found at Dollar Tree and is a little cheaper than the Pen Gear system, is these things. They come in sets of 3. And let's see if we can peel off the Lego from these Cooking Concepts Organizer Basket 3-piece. There's one. Good enough for now. So, it's a little taller than the Pen Gear box, but should work nicely to allow me to have a multi-tiered display on a shelf. These are like the perfect height for having clocks in the back on a display. They are relatively sturdy. Ooh, also, do they, not that I would use this, but do they lock? Kind of, maybe I'm not doing it right, but there's these weird, there's definitely some, like this one side has these tabby things. So the tabs don't go together. So it looks like they're supposed to go like that, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of cool. Not that I would have them like that. But, so let's try a few of these out on the shelf, because I want to have a multi-tiered display, so I utilize more shelf space, and it will look good to have clocks in similar sections. So enough looking at my table. Now we're going to look at up there, which, let's see, I believe, yeah, get a little bit more height on you. want to go. Tempted to make the camera. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make. Come on. All right. There we go. That is as tall as the camera will go. Perfect. I'll be able to pull you in and give you guys a better look. We got also 2 watching, so hello. Welcome. Whoever you are, let me. Great. Bring the comment monitor up onto the platform with me. I'm just going to stick that right down there. Scooch myself over. Now, another thing too that I realized when I was taking the thumbnail photo is these have a cord in the back, and that's not, great for putting things on top of it. This is pretty large though, so I can yeah, no, I'm gonna have to make some slight cuts in these so that they can fit on top of the cord. Because having it far enough, well, maybe it will just barely balance for a test, but having it on top of the cord isn't gonna really work. And having it behind the cord makes it too far back. Hey, welcome Waterproof Jelly Cat Orphanage to another stream. So, should try and bring you guys in a little closer too, but I'm gonna have to cut or melt into these. Alright, let's move a few things around. And scoop the stream phone closer. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. That's about as close as we can get. Actually, I think, yeah, I'm going to do that because we got enough sunlight. Some things were looking a little washed out. So, okay. I was hoping these things would work just like they are, but no, we're getting some wiggle from the cable. And it makes sense why display risers are like an upside down sort of U shape. And they're thicker too, they're acrylic. So, I'm thinking for now, if I just cut off a little bit on the one side, but I think I'll do it this side so I still have opposite sides for the tab locking thing. But if I just cut off a little bit and then leave the rest, should fit over my cord but still have pretty good structure, because I've cut this into a U, that'd be not very sturdy. So if I did cut off one whole side, I would leave the opposite side on. But we are experimenting here. Figuring out what to do. Okay. So let's let's see here. Will these scissors? Okay, yes, they do cut into it. Although it's a slightly cracky cut, but I mean, this is cheap plastic. It's kind of what we have to expect. So maybe melting with like soldering iron is better. Trying to cut this one with the front of the scissors, but It's not working, so I'm going to just ever so. There we go. Little snip. And then can I use the front of the scissors to cut? Okay, that's a little bit. Okay. This is going nicer than some of the other plastics that I've tried to cut in the past. These will have to probably have like maybe a little bit of tape on the edges or sand them up or something. I don't know. This is just a very rough test. But I feel like feeling like slightly better results will come with using like a soldering iron to melt into these, but that's actually not. Let me just trim up this corner, but it's actually not too sharp. Either that, or I can also try like cutting with a razor blade, possibly. Which I had one in here somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Okay, but as a rough test, there's not a lot of sharp edges. I think that looks pretty decent. Also, let me just... Perfect. Yeah, that too, but I would probably try this with, because it's really thin plastic. Try this with just the razor without, so I think that'll be on my next one. And I can go grab one of my mom's razors, but let's just see if this actually... Oh, that works very nice. And then, I don't know if it'll be this clock, but I can then put that clock behind it. And it looks like we would just barely have enough room for one more clock tall if we wanted to do that. I don't know if I would go that high. And doing it with these things, obviously these things stack inside of each other, so that would be a little tricky, but, you know, I have figured I could find something I can glue or attach in here that would be solid and allow it to stack if I need to go that tall, which brings up a question of how many analog clocks do I have left in my collection. And I'll probably end up having 2 spots for analogs, but let's just go like this and look down here at all of the analog clocks. Don't forget this guy that needs retro bright, and then this guy. Ticking is this annoying one that just doesn't want to, well, it ticks when you pick it up, but then you have to wait a while for it to stop. It's broken. So I think that is all of the analog clocks. And then, of course, there's also the, I'll just pull one into view. There's also these really teeny, delicate, do not buy. They're trash ones. That one, it's missing one of the hands. I think it was missing it when I opened it up, tried to fix it, and the hand got lost. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. 11 more if you count the little ones. Um, so, I mean, this one right here is a Westclox. So I'm going to definitely say this one has to go in this section here with all of our Westclox boys. It can go, you know what, let's try, see how much taller this other clock on the right. I did want to put it, you know, I was kind of liking it right there because of matching colors, but that one's a little tall. And that's, I could put, let's see, make sure I'm looking at the right thing with my camera. So I could put a, I don't know, a little bit of cardboard or something to raise it up just ever so slightly higher. Hey, G-Star. But I think actually what I'll do is I will put this one on our DIY display riser behind that one because it's the same shape, essentially just different print, and no snooze button for the top one. It does have an alarm, but no snooze button. So this is a Bold 2, a Westclox. And the one down here, which has a dial light that isn't working anymore, is the Bold 2 Drowse dial light. So yeah, also this one doesn't have a dial light. Or if it does, it just doesn't say. But I don't remember it ever lighting up. So, okay, so that looks good there. I like that. Ooh, what's also nice too is these clocks have a bottom like that. And then these have some tiny little bumps on the feet so they can kind of sit on and help the things stay in place. That's very nice. Okay. Alright, I like that one right there. That does look good. I could want to still slide forward off of it, so but I think that's fine actually. Have it. Now let's look at it from, yeah, it's not really worried about sliding forward, backwards, so that looks pretty good, yeah. And I kind of like the gray color of the little stands. So let's modify another one of our little cups. But I am going to see if I can find my razor. Or there's actually a chance that my razor isn't up here and it's still downstairs in my room. And really it's my mom's razor, but I've just been using it so long and she has another one that she's been using, and yeah, let's see. Well, hopefully as I'm moving stuff around it will turn up eventually. So I am going to just mute the audio for a second. Cube World. No, I don't. I've actually never heard of Cube World. I'm going to mute the mic for a second, grab a razor, and I will be right back. Also, let's just try. Can I, first of all? Nope, still. Let me actually just see. Maybe I just need to wipe you off. Maybe you're just a little dirty. Yeah, that's a little better than if I were to do like this. Yeah, that's a little more washed out, so be right. Alright, I am back. Hey, I am back. Let's see. Probably. Same company that made barcodes. I've actually, I don't remember barcodes. Is that like scanners? I don't know. But, it took a little bit, but I found my mother's razor. Just wipe off some of the crumbs from cutting some other stuff. So, let's try. Woo! That just ends up flying off at an angle. That's not good. I actually need to grab. I had a piece of cardboard in here. It was gonna be, or at least I had used it for cutting on. Where did I put that card? Ah, here it is. Okay, so let's do our work on this. Okay. Okay, let's try. Instead of just pressure, I'm just going to carefully okay. Still got a slight angle once we got into it, but yeah, that's cutting down a little farther than I wanted to. Let's move. Okay, perfect. And then we should. Oh, that's cutting kind of like butter. Okay, there's another one. The last one in that set of 3. We'll do it again, but this time what I'm going to actually try is starting from not the corners. So we want to cut this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come like this. Go about as far down as I think I need to. Very carefully. Okay, that looks good. And then I should be able to go down straight. No, it still does a weird angle at the corner there. Let's try this side. So we're about the same height. Yeah, here's one of the issues you get to where you have it makes a crack farther up than you want. Wow, that one really just cracked all the way. That's terrible. Well, let's cut off this part here. Maybe there's better, sharper cutters that do better. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty structurally integrally breaking. I am going to tape. I know I have some Scotch tape up here, but I think I know where some other tape is. I'll be right back to that tape. Alright, we have some Staples tape, some packing tape. Not the tape that I was thinking of, but it is tape nonetheless. So, let's turn you guys down. Going around a flat surface corner. Are we? No, we're not. That's okay. Okay, so. Alright. It's not very pretty, but it's going to be in the back. So I think I want to try the melt method for the others. And so for that, I'm going to take you guys with me, actually, and we'll go grab my soldering iron. And try that. So let's unhook you from this thing. Okay, so downstairs, this is more of my stuff. Most of this is, I'm going to probably be fitting all of this in my bedroom along the walls. Hopefully there's enough room for it there. If not, I'll have to find one more spot in the house where I can put a few things, but we have a stand, that's a good thing, and it should be at the other end of this cable. Yes, my soldering iron. Let's go. All right, thanks for the like. Whoever. All right. Let's put you guys. Back on the tripod. Yeah, question is, where do I want to plug in my soldering iron? Oops, turn on the secondary light because I need it. I think over here is probably good. because, let's see if we do this. And then I have, let's see if we can fit that like that. Perfect. Sort of, we got cable dangling down. All right, so yeah, all right, so perfect. That'll take just a little bit to heat up. And yeah, so while we're doing that, I can go ahead and separate the rest of these boxes. Oops. Hey, at least they're sturdy enough to survive that little bit of a fall there. Okay. There is that. How is this one? Yeah, this will be good enough. It's not like the best, but that'll work. Yeah, I can smell the soldering iron heating up a bit. And we'll want to bring our cardboard over like this. Work on top of this surface here, and I want to do this side. So I'm going to just give it a try and see, although I doubt it's warm enough, but let's just check. Okay, so it is just barely melting in, but we'll give that a little bit longer to heat up and get nice and toasty hot. Turning on my comment monitor is a good thing to do while I wait. I turned it off when I went back downstairs. So there's that. Okay. Set you down there. Wait just another minute or two for this thing to heat up. You can go ahead and try it again. Okay, that is it's slow. And I also don't have to use the very tip of the soldering iron. So it's slow, but it works. Then what I'm going to do is come onto the inside. Don't have to use a lot of pressure, just let it melt. Melt all the way down to the other side, if you please. Just on the other side of those two things. Okay. Over just a bit. And very careful about plastic fumes. Okay. Yep, and then actually what I'm going to try and do here is just give intermediate wipe off onto the cardboard. Realizing full well that cardboard is slightly flammable, so if we go quickly though, we're not going to burn it. You know, any leftover plastic on here should scrape up. So that's a little bit tilted, but I mean, I'm okay with that. That's really good. I like that. Let's do the rest of these so we can unplug our soldering iron. I'm gonna actually try, we want this side. I'm gonna try the vertical melt first. Oh, and I see why it's tilted. It's because our tub is tilted. But now I'm kind of going at an angle. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Come on. Let's melt, melt, melt. Melt, please. Okay. That looks a little straighter than the other one did. It's still slightly tilted, but again, I'm fine with that. Because now we just go like this. We do a downward melt like this. And then we'll do a downward melt on this other side. Like this. And great. And we can do another quick wipe off of our soldering iron. Yeah. That's definitely definitely less of a slant. Ooh, plastic smell than the first one. So I'm going to try something with this next one. We would like to melt. Probably this side is good. Then what I'm going to do. Actually, you know what? If I don't rotate it. Spam, most likely. Oh, this one side is slightly higher, so there's still going to be a slight. Oh, wait, actually, ooh, this could work. If I clip these two together, like is intended. Now, aside from that cardboard, it is even. So I won't have downward force for going across, but that's okay. So I'm just going to stick it in close to the edge, right near the top of those two bumpy things that are probably structural support. And then I am just going to pull straight across, or so. A little bit of downward sag, but that's okay. That's totally fine. We just need an approximation here. It doesn't have to be, perfect. Sure, a laser could do better, but I'm okay with this. Also, if anybody's left any comments since the last one and I've missed them, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing any on my phone for some reason. Just melt straight down. Come back over to the other side and we just do another straight down melt through. Like so, and then we pull this off, and then we try and get okay. That looks pretty good. Unclip those two. Okay. I'm going to stick the soldering iron on the stand for just a sec there because I just want to check. Yeah, that's nice. And if I wanted to, like this edge is very smooth, but then we do have, it flattens out a bit and maybe slightly more rough cutting edge on like these other parts, but not much. No, I'm just gonna do a little melt of, that's probably good enough. This one, Same thing. I think it's good, but you know, this is something that would probably be pretty easy to trim up with the razor without cutting into the plastic if I wanted to. What about our first attempt right here? First attempt, pretty good. Those are slightly rough edges that I'm going to curve up if I can. All right, so let's do I want to do anything on that? It's not. And what about this one here? Yeah, I think I am going to just give the edges of these ones a little melty treatment. See if that actually did anything significant with the quick passes that I did. No, it needs to be slower, so let's just do this. The problem is then it kind of wants to just like melt deeper if I sit in one place for too long, so maybe if I do this but longer. Yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about those. Those are fine. Those are good enough. All right. Last three. And we can clip these three together. Oh, actually no, we can only, there's only one fits on the workable space of the cardboard at a time. So now we know that we're working on this one. You know, I kind of miss a little saggy there. Let's come up and fix that up a bit. I kind of miss the old project table a bit, the way it was somewhere else upstairs before this was finished off. And mainly just because it was like I could hang this off the side of it to heat up and then to cool down. And that was nice. I'd never just leave it there, but it was nice. Nice. Come back in here with our wipes again. Okay, and then we switch which sides are locked into each other like so. Now this one is sitting mostly flat. Let's try wiping this off a bit more. We're getting pretty smoky. Or whatever you call burning plastic. Seems to go a little bit faster when I'm closer to the larger part of the iron. This is going nice and quick, right across, just past these things. Just past these things. And then a downward cut, just straight. You got this. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so there is that. We'll give, that one ended up having some strings that we don't want, so we'll just melt those off. I'm actually going to try turning my fan off because it's just essentially blowing down and swirling this more ways than just up. Okay. And then with these, we want to try and melt into and round off these corners a little bit if we can. That seems a little nicer. I'm smelling less of the plastic. Okay. This one here has a weird Sharpie piece right there that I would like to melt down. Okay. Now it's flowing that way. That's interesting. Okay, so the last one. And then we can shut off the soldering iron and make less carcinogenic fumes. Makes me think of whenever they cut through stuff with lightsabers, like the door in Phantom Menace, I think it was, and they cut through that. Okay. All right, the final, well, not the final melt, but we melt the piece off, right? We let it fall off. And then we go ahead and we round up these corners here. Which actually, I can kind of just round it up by globbing extra plastic on. Okay. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and unplug my soldering iron. Okay. All right, now that this is mostly good, still melting plastic a bit, but try rubbing it off on the flat surface. There we go. Still going to be a smidge of smoke, but this should cool off pretty nicely. And I'm actually going to then take this and first I just want to... Okay. Now I'm just going to take this, like this. This is what I would do with the project table, as I so lovingly named our other table. Like that. And then it's not plugged in. There shouldn't be any problems with that. So we just let it cool off, and yeah. And I think it'll cool off pretty quickly, especially now we can turn the fan back on. So we can turn our attention back to this. Excuse me. Turn that off. And we'll climb back up here. I'm gonna just toss all of these over to the one side. Okay. All right, so who is next? I mean, what I can do is just place these behind all of these clocks immediately. You know, I think we'll put this one that has tape and is a little cracked behind the taller clock where it's more hidden. And then, okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Oh, I just barely noticed a, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a crack on the face of this clock. Yeah, not good. But I mean, those things are really cheap, and I absolutely do not recommend those clocks. If they don't get broken in shipping, you're lucky. So we can put this typo clock. Maybe I want to put battery-operated clocks all in their own section. So, but then that means that like this clock can go, I think I'll put this slightly taller clock behind this other slightly taller clock. So the bottom's a little bit hidden. I can try, like, you know, like I mentioned with the cardboard, if I wanted to do that. LSDs. Pretty good. For a second here. How else? How else do I want to do this? How many portable clocks do I have? Well, oh, darn. Because I was just thinking, what if I got rid of the white one and put these up there? But those are also portable too. Oh goodness, well, let's say the typo can go up there behind the purple one. And then blue. It's a little wide. This is going to be a tough. I'm going to have to scoot you over and scoot you over. Will this one actually work? That actually kind of does. I can scoot the typo one. Wow, typo actually likes to sit right in between the two bumps on the thing, so I can scoot the typo one over. Okay. That actually looks pretty good. Just give it a little rotate. And that leaves just maybe barely one more slot on the left, which I don't think, I don't have anything. I mean, I will probably end up getting one more clock at some point that fits this. Make sure I don't have any other analog. Nope, I don't. Were there any that I had put on this other thing that would fit? Nope, nothing. So well then, I don't know. I'm now looking just if I have any other West clocks. I don't think I do have any other West clocks unless one is hiding. Because I'm pretty sure I only had one digital West clock, and that one's no longer working. It's been taken apart to see what's inside of it. Sharp, those are Time Link clocks. Advance. Wait, is this? No, that's Equity with the amber glow. Timex, unknown. Those two aren't West clocks. Nope. No, nothing. I am not seeing anything. Because I was thinking that this would look good along with the other square ones, but for now I'm just going to put this tiny little quartz clock right up there. That looks pretty nice, I think. I like that. So then, let's turn our attention to the corner over here. I kind of don't want these little ones to be off in this corner, but at the same time, maybe it's fitting because they're like pretty not so great clocks. So, well, I'm just going to set these up how I think that they should be set up. Let's swap these around. So it's kind of like this. I mean, they look nice, and I think the mechanisms are okay. This is one where I actually didn't have to melt these boxes, though, for it. But the idea is then to put, wow, none of these boxes have the little marker on them to say, hey, I'm this color inside. So I guess it doesn't matter which one goes where. Yeah, made in China. So then it would be like that. That looks pretty nice. And then we go like, that's a little bit nicer side of the box like that. I actually need to space things over to the right some. Actually, probably a little more. Where is? Oh darn! Have I really used up all of these little? Oh wait, no, I haven't. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna try the connected together. And then I'm gonna try let's see how, okay, so, whoops. Well, I did not melt on one of these the right side, so yeah, okay, that's weird, because with this one, it'd have to connect like this, or like this, and so now it's wobbly. So I think, yeah, it was right to melt what was supposed to melt the side, just kitty corner to the bump. So, but this one I can swap out for one of my others if if I'm going to need more than 2, aren't I? Because what I'm trying to do, so then let me actually swap this one. Oh, that's the cracked one. No. Let me swap this for this. That was actually that looks like no, that's one of the ones that I cut. That's the one that's, so if I do this, then do, I need to remember, yeah, this is great. Thankfully these ones don't need it, but even this was on the wrong side. I need to make sure I cut or melt the same side each time. Even this one's backwards, whatever. Well, lesson learned. Side matters. Okay. So now, oops, let's just redo this connection. So now I have those 3. So the idea behind this is these little clocks here can be very close together. And then I can take their boxes that just say made in China and actually scoot that right up against the clocks. Like so. And actually, if we do try and line these up with the boxes. And I'm probably also going to come back and put a little something heavy in the boxes so they're less likely to get knocked over, like a marble or something. Scoot left a bit. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And then that does leave us one little space off at the end for, I don't know what, oh, this guy. You go back. I'm going to have to stand up to get that right. You go back up there. So what could go on the end? I was going to say this because it's another analog thing, but that one, yeah, it's going to have to be an L shape. So that can't go there. Oops, upside down. This is a case where let's just scoot these back behind the bump of the feet. Yeah, this is a case where I forgot what I was going to say. And actually, I'm realizing too, I wanted to put a few different things in with the clocks, so it's not just clocks. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just take and carefully slide this thing down, and we'll try and have it be more centered. Stand or actually Neil K. Okay. Not perfect, but the boxes are a little wrinkly beat up, but I think that looks pretty good. I'll take you in for a view in just a moment. Because I still have too many clocks. There is the shelf around this corner behind me where I can put some, and I actually do have space for a few more up on the very top there. I can also do the top as a double tier. Although at that point it's getting a little tricky to see them. But I'll bring you guys in and show you guys what we have so far. Alright, let me just fix this one up just a bit. Oops. Alright, so we do have this section here. I think that looks pretty nice, don't you? And then we have this section here. I think that also looks pretty nice. You guys will get much nicer views when I do like the show off videos of this. And a little bit of wiping down on the front of the blue one there. I'll take care of that after the stream, most likely. Let's put you guys back on the tripod. Okay. So, alright, I need to pick a clock to go up top. Probably gonna be this Dream Machine here by Sony, which you can tell that this cable is been through a bit because it's got what seems to be little paint on it, which I'm gonna have to grab my cleaner and my towel and wipe that down quickly, and that one will go up at the very top with the others. And then this stand, this one, actually, so I'm looking at this here. This has a really long cable compared to the others. Maybe when it's wound up it would fit under, but if I were to put this like this, it's a little taller, but you could, and this is my last one, by the way, so I'm going to have to go to Dollar Tree and buy some more of these if I need more, but you could have two-tiered like that. Okay. And I think even if I were to put a big boy on there, it's big enough that if I just center it, so I don't have to worry so much about a longer one. Anyways, let's grab our, whoops, just twisted the front of this computer I don't care about that I've been using as a stepladder. So it was popping off, but that's okay. We're just going to then get some US Advantage cleaner. Let's put that right there. You know, I'm just realizing, like, so, yeah, I'm not seeing any comments on my thing. But if I look at my phone that's doing the streaming, there are still the last comment that I read there by G-Star. And I'm realizing maybe YouTube has systems in place to, like, correct comments being wonky if there's lots of comments coming in, but the system just doesn't bother if there's not. I am also looking to where the toothbrush went. Let's see, is it right behind me? No. Well, at least I know the toothbrush is around here somewhere. Hopefully, once I have the studio set up and everything moved in, then, stuff should have better homes. I'll have easier places to be like, yeah, that's where it goes and that's where I put it. And then, maybe not. Let me come down and see. Okay, it's not with those tools. Wow, that's this is kind of embarrassing because I do not know where the toothbrush is that I have been using up here to scrub and clean things and make them look beautiful. I do have Q-tips though. Yeah. I'm gonna have another Tic Tac because they're just so good. Well, add Mr. Toothbrush to the list of things that will eventually show up as I shuffle stuff around. Not in that tub. Not in that tub. Let me just give myself a little extra light and see if maybe my eyes are just complaining about the darkness and that's why. Nope, I'm gonna just say that I can't find the tooth. Wait a minute, would it be on? No, it's not on my sound box. Oh, there it is. It was behind the chips. Okay, but I'm thinking the space I'm trying to clean warrants a Q-tip. Namely, trying to clean in this little group here, which also I want to, just because I'm curious. Really? You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm set on higher picture quality. Prefer the higher quality that I can, give you, make it look nice, and then you're gonna give me that 144. Now, give me the full 720 that my phone's doing. Let's try a little bit of toothbrush action in there. Also, what about the top of this? Will any of that stuff come off? Which actually, this begs the question now, will this? No, it doesn't look like that switch will slide. Oh, actually it will. Huh. Oh, it clips on in the back. That's a weird configuration for... I just broke the clip. I am... I should have just left it. because that is the only thing. Well, we can clean it, and then I can try a little bit of JB Weld. That's probably not gonna really do much. Why? Maybe I'm gonna need another one of these. Every time I break something, I just feel so terrible. And also, this is a thing of like, who knows if there would be a teardown? Probably not. This is also a piece too where I could be like, hey, Texas, my friend, could you 3D print me another one? Although I don't know that he would have the right color. Man, there are some really tiny grooves in here. I'm gonna come put some cleaner in this other groove along here. That soak. At least the JB Weld's up here. Okay, give me toothbrush. I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to give it a little cover in our cleaner. I'm going to just place that on the towel, let that soak for a moment. These are mostly clean side of our thing to wipe off. I'm actually going to need to put you down right there. While I take this and there's also some yellow. Maybe that just would be a Retrobrite job. Probably is. I don't know. There's a brown smudge on the back here. Will it come off? Sort of. And there's a brown, I don't know, it's like a crayon mark or something on this other side. Soak that for a bit. Oh, that one's coming off. Pretty good. Give another squirt on the other side. Yeah, another one of those brown smudges wiped off. Continue wiping the front because there's still some smudges on there. Okay. in front pretty good. So now, all that's left is the sad existence of this piece, which we can take our toothbrush and try and wipe without bumping that little tiny clip. Which this is a case where JB Weld glue, you're not really going to hold it back together much, but I'm going to try because it's the best that I have. Okay, that looks slightly better. Okay. So, this one doesn't take its spot up top yet. This one is going to come over to the table for a little repair. It's just so disappointing. Alright, I'm going to set you down carefully on my white table. Okay, so I was going to put it up there in the top right corner. Yeah, I still think I want it there, so I just need to see what else could I... So I have my 3 there, maybe... Yeah, you know what I'm going to try and do really quickly? Not this, but this one I just want to slide this front piece back on. I don't even know where the screws for this are. There we go. I'm asking you nicely. Thank you. Okay. I'm thinking this could use a little retro bright because you see the bottom. But let's give you... Oh, didn't we already wipe this one off? I thought we did. Well, these black smudges of something on top are coming off, so if we did wipe this off, we were very quick about it and didn't really put too much elbow grease into them. Okay. Actually, we didn't take off the $2.99 sticker on the front. This job might need Goo Gone. I'm going to try without Goo Gone, just using our US Advantage cleaner first. We'll see what that does. We'll just let that soak into the clock. We've managed to work the yellow off of that sticker. Interesting. No, this is going to need Goo Gone. Let's get up. as much of this sticker as we can. And we will grab our bottle of Goo Gone Surface Safe. Trusted #1 brand, glue and adhesive remover. Good old adhesive. Whoa, that's more than I wanted. Please be nice to the rest of the clock. Please be nice. Is there anything else I need to Goo Gone on? Will I have that much Goo Gone spilled out of the bottle onto? Do I have any other clocks that have price stickers still on them, waiting to come off? Anything at all? No. No, well, hold on. This one has a Libertini sticker on it. So this is one that came from DI, and there's one that still has a little bit of Saber sticker on the bottom. Although, watch, it's gonna just... Well, it didn't peel off perfectly, but... Well, alright, let's try this. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. That's nice. That is very, very nice. Clean and shiny. Oh, we got... No. This is bad. Like we got something went under the... Oh, no. Where's my other... I want my other rag. It's... Oh, great. That's already touched Goo Gone. I didn't want that to touch Goo Gone. How did that... Where did it get in there? I don't know. That's not... Well, I'm gonna need to open that up. First I break the lever. Now this is just... Okay, 1, 2, okay, is that it? Is that? So I'm not seeing any other screws. Something is still holding that in place, and I don't know what that would be, because... Actually, wait a minute. There are... Maybe I need to undo these screws in the back here, which I'm just going to grab a magnetic parts tray. Which I wanted one of my other magnetic parts. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the one that has less screws in it. Thankfully, these are all looking the same. Okay, let's see. Nope. Wow. We got some deep boys. We're going to need my long screwdriver. Where did I set my long one? Here it is. 16-inch screwdriver. This thing has actually been used way more times than I would expect. Okay. So probably it was just the top ones then. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Except for this side here needs to be undone a little more. Is that it finally? Nope. Oh, okay, come on. Wow. They've like, whoa, careful. Because we have a, what? This is not. Okay, so it looks like all I want to do is take the face off, which I have to be careful. There's some tape. And there's a ribbon cable, which that's fine, because I'm wanting to separate these two pieces. So that then I can get the Goo Gone out of the inside. The Goo Gone on the one side there, it's not looking, I mean, it's probably okay. Maybe, we'll see. Man, looking at this, you've got AM and auto, which AM would be for the time, not like the AM radio, and I think auto is like part of the alarm setting. A lot of clocks list their thing as like it's auto for when you want to wake up to the radio. Property of sound design, 3960 A 3634. Wow, that's definitely not any sort of a useful date. All right, now let's try. Let's try assembling this. Let's grab myself a flathead screw driver. Let's plug you in and make sure that you look right. I mean, yeah. That looks fine to me. So, put these screws back in. And then we'll button this one up, and I'll stick it where I was thinking I was going to, and then I can I'll take out the stream after this one. Turn my attention to the little slidey switch on the other one. Okay. Okay. Alright, so sound design crisis has been averted. The sticker has been successfully removed. I'll need to remember to rinse out my toothbrush with the Goo Gone. Not that I'm using it on my teeth, it's a cleaner toothbrush. It's been that way for months, years even. Okay. Alright, let's just tilt you up. So what I was thinking maybe possibly for this one, well, actually first let me just put my screwdrivers back into their case. I was gonna say, I was wondering if, like, the side that I melted on these maybe was different because, like, when they're clipped in, but it shouldn't matter because it's like you clip in, yeah, melt, perfect, and then the other one just comes, clips in, melt, so it would be the same side. All right. Is this gonna work? Will this actually fit? Okay, the cord just barely fits inside of that, which is okay. Otherwise, I'd have to melt a little bit off of the other side too. We wind up the cord on our sound design, which that means I need to figure out where here they are. Cable ties went, which are right here. Do I want to wind up the radio cord with the power cord? I think I'll do that. It should be fine enough. Okay. First ever double cord 4-finger wrap. Can we do it? finished with the shorter of the two cords. That's nice. And this is long. I'm just going to have to pick you up temporarily, although I don't like to do that because that can put a little bit of strain on the cord. Alright, I think this is going to be just perfect. It's fairly short, so let's undo a little bit. If we bend you over like that to one side, and then we wrap around. Perfect. Darn it, I forgot to stick the cable tie on the end. Well, I'm not going to undo this like I said to my mom with the one the other day, even though it could look a little nicer if I did. That took too long. Okay. Okay. There we go. That looks nice. Oh, darn. I had the camera pointed in the wrong spot. I'm sorry you guys couldn't see that. Well, all of that led up to this. Yeah. Led up to that. I think right there looks pretty decent, actually. Definitely wants to tilt to one side, but that's okay. There we are. I like that. We'll go ahead and take out the stream there. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below. Subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in whatever's next. Oh, bye.